think is the number one mistake that a lot of these entrepreneurs are making?
They don't learn the fundamentals. It's so easy to bank money. You know this. Online, anybody can go out and make 10 grand.
If you had to go back to zero, what's the first thing you would do?
Plan, execute, and iterate. Because if I have nothing, doesn't mean you don't have anything.
Man, you know your shit. I'm impressed.
Bro, it's so easy to bank money. You know this. Online, anybody can go out and make 10 grand a month, literally.
Yeah.
But who learns taxes? Who learns budgeting? Who learns human resources? Who learns product and inventory management? Who learns scaling and operation? Who learns systems building? Nobody learns those things because they're the boring parts of the business.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't learn them, you're going to crash. The last thing you want to be is a person that pumps cash, but has no ability to retain it.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that guy. If you don't understand how to file taxes, if you don't understand how to budget your business. I was talking with a guy in Singapore. He's the son of the former president of Singapore, probably worth a couple $1 billion. He's in real estate development. He's done over 2,500 real estate development projects in Singapore. Super big guy. And
the property prices there are
crazy. So he's like proper balling. So I was having a conversation with him and he's like, you know what the biggest issue is between the elite and people that make no money? I'm like, what? Financial literacy.
Mm.
He said, most people are financially illiterate and it's a language. Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean it's a language? He's like, yes, finance is the language of the elite. Just like Latin used to be the language prior to the peasants being able to have access to read the Bible, they would have to go to the elite, the popes, the deacon of the church or whoever was in charge in order to get what? In order to get the wisdom, because they couldn't read. Nowadays, most people are financially illiterate. And it's in that financial lack of literacy that people get fucked.
Yeah.
Why do you need a lawyer? Because you don't know the law.
Yeah.
Why do you need a tax attorney? Because you don't know tax. Yeah, you don't need to know all of it, but if you don't know the basics, anybody can finesse you. And I think that's the biggest issue up and coming entrepreneurs and even developed entrepreneurs make and end up getting screwed on is they have not developed financial literacy because it's not sexy.
Yeah. And it's not taught in school either.
Literally, bro. Like, for example, in school, what do they teach you about law? What do they teach you about accounting? What do they teach you about business in general or managing your financials or budgeting? Nothing, bro. Why? Nobody asked why. It's on purpose.
Even when I went to university, I did economics and business management, and I was still like, what the fuck is this? Like, the whole reason I did that degree is I thought, I will surely learn how to run a business when I do this degree.
No chance.
No.
I agree, bro.
So essentially, it's really up to you to go out there and learn yourself.
I tweeted the other day, I said, self-education will never betray you.
Mm.
Self-education will never betray you. You have to sit down. You don't like to read books. Nobody gives a fuck. The marketplace doesn't care, dude.
Yeah.
You're not going to learn everything on YouTube. Like, that's what people don't seem to understand. You're not going to learn everything on YouTube. Sometimes you have to crack open the book. Sometimes you have to study.
Yeah.
But people think that studying is what you used to do in school. No, go study a topic that interests you. You can't be out here scrolling on TikTok 24/7 with dopamine hits, thinking that you're going to get financial literacy off of a TikTok short. Yeah, maybe it may give you some insight and information, but what are you going to do with it? Mm-hmm. It's the foundation, or it may be a data set or a clue to continue learning. But what you're relying off of a piece of TikTok information, even with our own content, to build your life upon it? No, you have to become self-educated because most of the education that we have is education of the system.
Mm-hmm.
It's not self-education, it's indoctrination. And we despise that. And most people at the age of 6, they're not good at math. And they get told, oh, you're not good at math at the age of fucking 6.
Yeah.
So they grow up their entire life saying, I'm not good at math. Or I'm not good at reading. So their entire life, they don't develop foundational skills to live their life. You need a foundation. Unless you have a foundation, you cannot build anything sustainable on top of it.
Yeah, it's crazy. If you had to go back to zero, but you still have all your skills and the experience which you've acquired, what's the first thing you would do?
The first thing I would do is plan, execute, and iterate. So develop a plan. What do I want to do? What are the skill sets that I have? Because if I have nothing, doesn't mean you don't have anything. It means you have yourself, right? So what are the assets that I have? I may not have assets in like hard assets like cash or connections, but what assets do I have? What am I good at? Right? And you need to start at that basis point. That's the first thing I would do. The second thing is connections and relationships. Figure out the people that are going to help you execute. So how do you get into the room with the people that are going to facilitate your execution? Right? So let's say I start from zero. First thing I would do, plan a way to make money online. And that doesn't mean that, there's a lot of people that will have brick and mortar businesses and they're like, oh, not everybody can make money online. Okay, perfect. Then you won't make money online. But my first thing would be plan. Plan what? Plan my ability to make $5,000 or $10,000 a month. How am I going to do that? Most likely online. Why? Low friction, low cost, high traffic volume of people. Very simple. Mm-hmm. What would my execution be? Whatever the execution of the plan would be. How would I create a plan? First, very simple. What can I be the best at? I'm giving the equation for how to make money. What can I be the best at? You need to figure out what you can actually be the best at based off of your skills. If you're not the best, develop the skill sets to become the best. The second thing is I need to be in high demand, right? You can't be doing something that's not in high demand. You're in a great space. You're in an evergreen space. You're in the fitness space. You're in the health space. That shit's only growing. It's only getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then finally, I need to be able to do something that I'm irreplaceable in. So I need to be the best at what I do. I need to be in high demand and I need to be irreplaceable. You look at all these guys that got fired from Amazon, Facebook, Google. Why? Replaceable. So if you want to make money, right? Make a plan to make money, figure out how you can be the best at what you do, how you can be irreplaceable, and figure out how you can be in high demand. Then execute on that plan. What does that mean? You need to develop a business plan. You don't know how to develop a business plan? Look it up. Very simple. And execute on it. That means you said, I haven't missed a week in 14 years training. Same thing it should be with business. Right? I'm not going to miss a single deadline of everything that I've told myself I was going to do. And finally, iterate. Go back, look at the business plan, figure out what can I do better, and implement that change. And that's the cycle, brother.
Man, you know your shit. I'm impressed.